Hello everybody, it is day 33 of Ann Cooks Keto, 365 days of keto with Ann. So we are into our second month of 2020, and I hope everybody that's been watching has been enjoying. I try to give you great cooking tips, and sometimes I don't cook, but we are tonight. We're going to do it tonight. We're doing something pretty basic. I did my meal planning. If you guys saw my video, or maybe I did a picture on that. I did on Sunday morning. I got my cup of coffee. I sat down with my husband and said, so what do you want to eat next week? And we kind of talked about our favorites. And that's how I made my grocery list. And then I went to the grocery. I made sure I had everything I needed because I lose weight faster if I don't eat out. Right? And I spend less money and I throw less food away because it seems like no matter what, unless it's just a salad, even then it's no croutons and no whatever, pickled onions or whatever they put in the salad. I'm always taking something out that I'm paying for. So if you eat at home, you control what you put in your food. It's cheaper because eating at home is just cheaper. And it's probably healthier because you're not adding in like extra stuff that you don't know about, like sugars and fats and things like that add flavor. So I used to work in a restaurant. I know that's how it works. Okay, so what we're doing tonight on our meal plan, I'm trying to do less red meat this year. So on the meal plan, we have a bunch of poultry. So I have some turkey, some chicken. We have one night where we're doing halibut. And then we'll see where we go from there. So tonight we're doing burgers, and we're gonna do turkey burgers. So a lot of people think, ooh, turkey burgers. My turkey burgers are actually pretty famous and they're really delicious. Before food competition was a thing back in the early 90s, I entered my first contest when I was like 9, but that was an apple pie contest for this thing in my hometown. And then I hung up my apron in the food competition world for a while. And then when I graduated from Purdue, I got this alumni magazine that said they were doing a tailgate contest, and it was like 1990 something. And one of the categories was healthy. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make turkey burgers. Who's ever had a turkey burger? So back in the mid 90s, turkey burgers weren't very popular. Neither was contest cooking. So I won, and I got to go out on the end zone, and I picked up my little award right there in the middle of Ross-Ade Stadium. It was so cool. So trust me, turkey burgers can be delicious. So what we did, especially mine, because I put bacon in it, there's avocado, some mushrooms, some onion. And so what I've already done, and I'll just spin you around here so you can see. Here I got my bacon. Perfectly cooked bacon. So I find it very difficult to make bacon and not eat it. So I haven't yet. Saving it for the burgers. Okay, plus maybe a salad, so I made some extra. So after I did this on purpose. I made my bacon first because then in my pan, it's got some leftover bacon bits in there. And turkey is notoriously known for being kind of dry. And so, adding a little bit of fat is good. It's not going to hurt you, particularly because you're on keto, and low fat is not what we do. So you don't go crazy. Don't be eating like, chugging butter or anything, but, that bacon grease I took most of it out. But that bacon grease in there is going to make the burgers just have like a little extra kick to it. So I'm going to have to get my hands dirty. So be patient with me when I go wash up, but I'll show you what I've got going on over here. Okay. So I'll move this out of the way. So I have my turkey breast in here, ground turkey. And then I'm going to put in, I make up a bunch of spices. This is like Ann's house seasoning, right? So it has salt, pepper, a little bit of thyme in there. It has garlic and some, I've forgotten what I want to call, oh yeah, paprika. So it's just kind of like a all-around seasoning, so, and salt and pepper too. I think I said that, but so I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna do about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. Okay, so flavor. You don't want to be too, you don't want to boring, because that is a turkey burger. Boring. So the other thing I'm gonna do, I took a section out because my youngest doesn't want mushrooms and onions in his burger. I like them in my turkey burger. So I do, I have these mushrooms over here. So I have 4 cremini mushrooms and 1 scallion or green onion, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to chop those up and I'm going to put them in there. That is going to add moisture to your turkey burger. I'm not one to put in egg. I know some people add egg to bind it. I don't really think it's needed. When you add these extra little goodies, actually it's going to, a turkey burger is going to stick together no matter what. Even if it's extra lean turkey, it's kind of dry. So maybe the egg helps with that. But I don't want egg in my burger, so. Okay, so there's 1 green onion, and then I'm gonna do some mushroom here. And again, you know, onions and mushrooms have kind of a high water content to them. So as they cook, they're gonna release some moisture, and it's gonna just keep that turkey meat nice and juicy. So there's 2. And then got my spices in there. Got a little extra garlic because I'm a big fan of garlic. Okay. 3, and then 1 more. So we're gonna fry these. Now with turkey burgers, there is no medium, rare. You have to cook them well done. So make sure the temperature reaches like 160 degrees. Okay, so I'm gonna set my bacon off to the side. Some of the other things I like to put on my burger, I buy, you can get pre-made guacamole. I always read what's in it to make sure they didn't add a bunch of weird stuff. It's just vegetables and avocado. And then this is my favorite mayonnaise, Sir Kensington. It doesn't have like the canola oil in it and sugar and that kind of stuff in it, so I really do like it. This one is made with sunflower oil, and I just bought one that is avocado, but they're both Sir Kensington, and I just really like it. It tastes good. Okay, so I'm gonna move this closer so you can see what I'm doing. So here's our burger mix, all right? And I'm gonna get, have you guys ever seen these little splash guards? So when I cook bacon, I put this on top. Otherwise, I get bacon grease everywhere. And when my kids are making bacon, they don't use that. I have a fit. You ask my son. I need to use a splatter guard. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my skillet. When you make burgers, you want a hot skillet, okay? Clean hands, right? I already washed my hands. When you are cooking, don't be afraid to, get your hands in there, but use clean hands. And then when you're done mixing up, especially with raw meat, make sure you wash up really well. And so you don't spread any kind of germs from, raw meat. Okay, so it's not that big a deal. I'm just stirring this up, kind of just moving it around. And, okay, so when that skillet is hot, I'm gonna go ahead and put the burgers in and form them. They're gonna be close to over 1/3 pound, closer to 1/2 pound. And because it's the main entree, all I'm gonna do is have a little side salad with it. And then, so this is the majority of your food. So I do almost 1/2 pound of the burgers, almost 1/2 pound. Before it's finished, so I'm gonna do it, I only flip it once. So cook it about 6 or 7 minutes on one side, flip it over, and then, another probably 6 or 7 minutes. And then you're going to put, if you want cheese, I'm doing smoked Gouda. Put the cheese on before it's finished and it'll melt, and then you can load it up with whatever you're gonna eat. So I'll show you, I'm gonna put one burger down so you can see what it looks like. And I don't get too fancy, it's kind of sticky. Do you hear that little sizzle? And I just press it down You can get fancy and form it into like a perfect circle if you want. I'll work it down into nice, good shape as it's cooking. And then I'll just keep repeating that. And the other tip I like to say when I'm kind of getting dirty with my hands is I like to keep one hand clean, if at all possible, because I don't want to touch cabinets and I don't want to touch drawers with these nasty hands or the faucet. So I do like to do that. It's just a little tip, you know. I've been cooking a long time. Okay, so got these burgers in here. It looks like I'm gonna have room for 4. And the total cook time on these, because they're so big, is probably going to be about 13 minutes. So I won't make you wait through 13 minutes of cooking. But I will come back and show you as we're building our burgers what they look like. So happy Monday, everybody. See you soon. Okay, so it's been about 13 minutes and the burgers are, I think they're done. And how I make sure they're done, because they're turkey burgers and I want them done, is I use this little pen style thermometer, and it folds up like that. But you just go in the side of the burger and test the temperature. And I want it over 160. That says 183. So that's good. I'll show you what I already have done. So what I did, I'll show you. You didn't get to see that. So I just go into the side. Don't go down, because then you're hitting the pan. But if you go in by the side, you get an accurate read, and that is definitely done. So I already put some bacon on here. I put a sharp cheddar. I was going to put a smoked Gouda, but this happens to be one of my favorite cheddar cheeses, and I picked it up at Costco the other day. I can't find it in a lot of places. So I went ahead and put the cheddar on. It's all melty. See the melty cheese? And then I have some bacon on here. And then we're basically going to have burger salads. So I made a little bed of lettuce, put some veggies on there, just a tiny bit of ranch. And then I'm going to put the burger on top. And then a little dollop of guacamole. So that is what's for dinner tonight. I hope you guys are having a great dinner too. And I will see you tomorrow.